Here we go. So first of all, welcome to the Founding Ambassador training. We're really excited to come down to Dallas, and we are so appreciated with your support. And Scott Schilling, I mean, I'm raising my hand. I love the man, and I'm sure many of you do. He is absolutely an amazing human being, and I just think it's so awesome that he has such great people like all of you that really want to say, yes, I'll support you, Scott. And Make Your Mark, I'm going to give you a little brief idea who Make Your Mark is, and I'm going to go through my slides to keep me on track. But absolutely, anytime, if anybody has any questions, just send them on chat, and then I can answer them. And this recording will go out to everyone. In case there's a moment you might have missed something, you can always review it. So let's continue on. So first of all, our heartfelt thank you for supporting Make Your Mark, which also people call MYM, just in case you hear that, and Scott Schilling. We really appreciate that support. So I'm going to give you a little idea of who I am, just to give you some insight. I worked at the financial institution for 16 years. I did a direct sales for 14 years, loved it, thought I was going to be there forever. And then in 2005, in my opinion, God was telling me to go somewhere else. So in 2005, I got involved in a skincare and fitness company. And that's how I met Colin Sprake. So when I was basically needed to go somewhere else, there was always a reason for that. So in 2009 is when I actually joined Colin. We became very good friends, and I joined him to assist him to build Make Your Mark back then. I've written a chapter in one of our books that's called Entrepreneurial Success Stories, and my chapter is called Everything Happens for a Reason. And I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. So I absolutely love that. You want to close my door, right? There's Colin and myself, just a picture so you can see. I have cut my hair since the picture, so I have to update. Now, what I do now in the office is I manage the ambassador part. I just took this over. I really want to build a community with our ambassadors. Our ambassadors love who we are, and they want to share what we have for others, because what we do for people is really assist them to grow personally and professionally, and we really assist them to grow their business. We have people that started with us that have made zero income, went to 2,000. People have gone from 2,000 to 5,000. People are going from 5,000 to 10 to 25,000. I'm talking about per month. So we're really helping people grow their business on so many different levels. And you will see that once we're down in Dallas, you will see a lot of that growth yourself. So also what I do is, which I'll talk a little bit about, heart connections. It's the leverage side of the ambassador program. So the heart connections is when we get invited to speak on a stage, or so basically a stage is an association, a conference, an event. In fact, I'm doing a women's event next week, just locally. She's getting about 60 ladies together, and we're really going to focus on mindset for this particular one. So what happens with heart connections, when we get invited, often our ambassadors like you invite us to a conference, and then when we do that conference, the entire people that are at the conference become the ambassadors people, let's say. So they'll all be under you if you were to invite us. So I will speak when Colin is not available, or if it's less than 100, I do those versus Colin. He just doesn't have the time. So for the States, of course, it would be Scott. And anything Scott couldn't do, myself or Colin would come down and do that. So that's sort of what, a little bit about me. A little bit about who Colin is. Colin's coming down next week, too. So if you are available to meet up with him, talk to Scott, because Scott's booking a whole bunch of appointments with Colin. So it'd be great to certainly meet him in person. He's pretty phenomenal. He was born in South Africa. He's a serial entrepreneurial. I have seen him build multi-million-dollar companies. He has an engineering business degree. He has built 4 multi-million-dollar companies. He areas of his manufacturing product and services, just to give you an idea. He's been a #1 bestseller 4 times, and his wife just wrote her first book. Gabby just wrote her first book, and it's all about supporting an entrepreneurial, being a spouse or partner, what that looks like. And I love her title. The title of the book is called What the ... I did not sign up for this. So I thought that is really cool. So I'm really excited for her. Colin is a member of the TLC, which is Transformational Leadership Council, and that is a group that Jack Canfield does. And Colin was the only second Canadian to be invited into that group. So I was like his big sister, so excited when he got involved in that. So that's pretty exciting. He's married with 2 beautiful daughters, absolutely beautiful. His youngest is exactly like him, and she's such a character. He's an international speaker, trainer, and Sherpa. So we have trademarked him as a business Sherpa because he has been involved in business his entire life, and he knows how to get up to the level of the mountains to success. He knows how to take business owners to the next peak. His number 1 priority is family. And that's what he educates a lot, is for business owners and entrepreneurs to have that balance so that they can have not only the success they want in finances and business, but also have their family life. Really important to him. And there's a picture, if you can see on screen, there's a picture with him and his wife and his 2 kids. Jim, you probably can't see the picture because you're on the phone. So, all right, so let's continue. Just on the screen here is just showing you some media we've been involved in, and Colin, 2-time Quilly Award winner, that sort of thing. Make Your Mark. I'll give you a little history on Make Your Mark very quickly, just so you have an insight. Maybe Scott's already let you know, but I'm just going to let you know here on the webinar. We started in 2009 in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. And that's when we started, January 2009. And then we decided to launch Calgary, Alberta in Canada in 2014. So we've already been there since 2014. Then we launched Toronto, Ontario in 2016. And now, of course, we're really excited to open up Dallas. So we're extremely excited, and Scott's on board. We are definitely going to be opening up more cities throughout North America in 2018. We're just going to focus on Dallas first and make sure that that's a really huge success, and then we'll continue on from there. Now, for you ambassadors, founding ambassadors, number 1, I want to make sure that your account is active, and I'm pretty sure everyone on the call, I'm just going to check my quick list. Everybody on the call right now is, you have activated your account. At any time you have any questions that Scott can't answer for you, if you want to email us, the best email is AM for mother, B for Bob. So AMB stands for ambassador. So the email is amb@mymsuccess.com. At any time you have questions that Scott's like, I'm really not sure, that is the email to correspond with us. And then we have a toll-free number if you want to call us in the office. That is 1-844-560-5609. So there's some communication. So what I'm going to go through here today is just why the ambassador program was developed, just so you have some insight. I'm going to go through a little bit of training. I'm going to talk about the leverage that's available for you as an ambassador in the program. And then I'm going to talk about our gratitude group, which is a part of the ambassador program as well. It's where you can volunteer and how that works. So I'll go through that. So here we go. Why was the program started? It was really created to allow our students and people that really want to share who Make Your Mark is to share the experience from Make Your Mark to others. Once you all go through Business Mastery, that's where you're really going to see who we are. You are going to experience an event that, you know, maybe there's some things you've already experienced before, but there are going to be things that you're like, wow, Make Your Mark does things totally different. And I really cannot wait till all of you go through it. It's going to be really exciting. We also created it because we wanted to build a place where everybody that is like-minded could be in a community. And when I watch our ambassadors build relationships, start doing business with each other, it's really phenomenal. So that's what we want to do. We're all really about, we have a hashtag called MYM Family. Well, the next hashtag I want to create, we have many others, but one I want to create is MYM Community. Because once we land in a city, we stay in a city. And now my intention is actually be more part of the community. Meaning if there is a huge fundraiser or something huge going on in the city, I want Make Your Mark and some of our ambassadors to be a part of that somehow. If we need to raise funds for some event that's happening, let's do it as a team. So that's what I'm looking to do. So what is in it for you in this program? I'm going to break it down for you. The red and white tickets that I know all of you have received from Scott, I'm going to talk about those. So those red and white tickets, for each person that you introduce to that event and they show up and they attend, our system will track because they are attached to you through those tickets. When you're handing those tickets out, it's very, very important for you to write your success number in the block. If you do not write your success number, then there's no way for the system to attach you to them or them to you. So very important to actually memorize your success number anytime you're passing out those tickets. So per person, you will receive $20 per person that you invite to the 2-hour event that Scott's already done. I see there's a question coming in chat. I'm just going to check this. You don't have any tickets. Okay, Scott has tickets, Michelle. So maybe you can talk to Scott and get some tickets from him because he has a whole bunch. Then from there, basically how it works is when people, your people, because you're going to be their ambassador, attend the Business Mastery, the 3-day event, if they, and most of our students will purchase what's called a Sherpa Elite. You will understand all the terminology so much better when you go through Business Mastery. And then when you go through Business Mastery, you can speak from the heart, meaning you could say, you know, I've experienced this and this is what it's done for me, so that you can really share. One thing I know, maybe all of you are like I am. For me to refer something, I need to experience it because then I can speak from my heart and I'm authentic on my experience on it. And for me to sort of share with other people a great thing that I've never experienced, it's not coming from my heart because I really don't know. And then they're going to ask me questions like, well, what do you think about it? Well, how can I answer that when I've never experienced it? So at Business Mastery, when they purchase one of the Sherpa packages or Quantum Trainer, which is our 5-day educating people that want to do a speaking event or a training event like us, how to do it, it's full on seminar, you will receive 10% of that package. Now, what's great about this part is when you have people continuously going through the program, your checks per month will increase because the 10% doesn't fully come out until they attend the event. We are not able to release the funds because according to the tax man, let's say, it's the delivery of the product is not delivered until they attend the seminar. So when they attend, that's when a report gets created and the checks will be mailed out to you. So that's sort of how that works for that. And then also you get to be the start of a huge transformation in people's lives. Oh, I tell you, our ambassadors, when they get thank you'd from the people they introduced, I can tell that just feeds their soul. So you will get that as well. Once you experience Business Mastery, you will totally understand what I'm saying there. You also get to be a part of a huge heart-centered family, the hashtag MYM family. And we're going to create the hashtag MOM community for our ambassadors. So that's about the red and white tickets. Now what I'm going to do is play a 4-minute long video of Colin talking and showing you how to hand out a ticket when you're in person. There are effective ways to hand tickets out and there are non-effective ways to hand tickets out. And I want to make sure that you are going to be effective. And we're only talking about when you're meeting people in person at this time. So I'm trusting that this is going to work. There we go.
The other thing, the biggest thing about these tickets is when you hand them out to anything, people need to understand that you have to understand that they're skeptical. So the most important thing to find out is not just to go to somebody like this and say, yeah, I'm with Kitty, she's a good friend, or another business owner that I know, and I say, Kitty, I've been to this amazing event, you've got to go, it's so exciting, because she'll think I'm on drugs. She'll think I've done some unusual thing or whatever it is. The most important thing is to keep them in your pocket, in your jacket pocket, whatever it is. And then when I meet Kitty, and I know Kitty would benefit from it, I really engage Kitty in the conversation to figure out where she's at in her business. So, hey Kitty, how's it going?
Great, how are you?
Fantastic. I know we've been doing business together for a while. I've realized that you have some challenges in your business right now.
Yes, I'm very busy. I have 2 young kids, and I just don't know where to fit everything in.
Are you making the money that you want right now from your business?
No. No.
So, I've been working with somebody for the last while that's been really great and has really helped me a ton in my business. And I'd like to maybe to refer you to them and really let you understand who they are. But the key thing, they're going to be able to help you make more money in your business. Would that be something of advantage to you? Would you think it'd be something of interest to you?
Yeah, sure.
Now the thing is, I have a couple of tickets to the event that's coming up. This one's put in the 31st of July. But of course, there's events quite regularly. The most important thing for you to understand that these tickets have value. They're $149 each. Now it's a 2-hour event that's held in the evening, and this 2-hour event really, it's important that you go out. But I'm happy to give you these tickets if you're interested in making more money in your business and really learning how to balance some of that lifestyle stuff that you're talking about. Would that be of interest to you?
Yes, please.
Now I'd love to give these to you, but the key thing I want from you is I want a commitment that you're going to go. Because I'd rather give these to somebody else who's interested in going if you're not going to go. I don't want them to go on your refrigerator and then you just throw them in the garbage. So, do you commit to going?
I do. I can't do the 31st, but...
Great. So, and I'll let you know about the next date.
Okay.
Okay. And then the next date, what I would like to do is I'm going to phone the office and get you booked in. Is that okay with you?
Yep.
And then they'll contact you and make sure they get you booked into the next date. And then once I know what that date is, I'll actually come in that evening and attend with you to make sure that you're not there by yourself, but you also engage with other people. I'll introduce you to some other people. That'd be good?
Yeah.
Good.
Sounds
Here's the
great.
tickets, please.
Thank
They're worth $149 each. Really, really important that you commit to showing up, because otherwise I know there's other people that would love them as well.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you so much. Awesome. Give me a hug. Cool. So that's how you hand the tickets out. See the value in building the tickets. It's not about just handing them out, lots of excitement. This event was awesome. This person's amazing. You've got to go to these courses. That's the wrong way to hand them out. The way to hand them out is to find out what the person's challenges are in their own business, and then give them tickets, and most importantly, get commitment from them, number one. And number two, make them lazy. By saying, I will phone the office for you, get you registered, get you booked in. That really helps you as the ambassador. It really gets the ambassador program working for you and gets that income working for you as well. We watch ambassadors who do it this way, and the results are flawless. They're making thousands of dollars every month by referring business to us, and they get then their commission checks from our ambassador program. So please make sure you hand out the tickets this way. It works phenomenally well. And cut all the fancy words like amazing, awesome, whatever. Just find out what their pain is and you've got a solution for them by going out to the evening. So I'm sure you enjoyed watching this video. Here's some really key things you can do as an ambassador to really maximize your leverage. And you do the exact same thing whether it's one-on-one or one on a whole table of people, because you just have to figure out what the pain is of all of them around the table and then make sure you get the tickets out in a very powerful way. Thank you so much, Keely.
Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Sorry, I don't know what happened. The video didn't play, but at least you were able to hear the audio, so that was good. So a couple of takeaways on that video is just the most important takeaways is build the value of the tickets. It's, it's like, have you ever experienced when someone's come back from some seminar and it's like they drank some Kool-Aid and you're like, whoa, that's a bit too much for me. You gotta really build the value in that, right? So find out their pain. That's, what's in it for them. Anytime people know that you're listening to them, that when you ask questions and you listen, you like, what's your biggest challenge in your business you're facing right now? Oh, well, geez, I'm not making the sales I want. Oh, okay, you're not making the sales you want. I just experienced this event, which I think will really assist you in sales because they talk about sales at this event. So, like that's sort of the thing you can do is really build the value and find out their pain first before you just pass out tickets. I know, this is what I know, and I'm pretty confident everybody on this call is the same. When I go to an event and there's so many business cards and tickets and little goodies or whatever's in a goodie bag, most of us go through it, and if there's nothing really important, most of it goes into the garbage because they have not built value in that. So you want to build the value and share it from your heart. There is nothing like when you say to people that you recommend them to go somewhere is that you share it from your heart. You be authentic about it. People feel that. That's a huge part of body language. Now, if you want to know when are all the upcoming events, you can go to sherpacourses.com, and that gives you a breakdown. The first part will be the 2-hour event, the Mastering Your Business for Maximum Profit and Success, and then it just shows you all our other events that we have. So you can at any time just go to sherpacourses.com, and that is where all our events are dated. The next 2 hour with the red and white tickets. Now, know that people you don't have to have the red and white tickets to pass to someone. You can email people to come out. You can post on Facebook, and we'll get into those a little bit later. But when you do have the red and white tickets, certainly make sure your success number is on there. And the dates are not on the tickets. Often people will say, oh, I don't see a date. And we always say, yeah, we don't put a date on the ticket because that means you can hang on to the ticket or pass it to someone else. And it's sort of also our footprint in the green. Like, we don't want to keep throwing away paper. So the next date's coming up, as many of you probably already know, November 2nd, 12 to noon, 12 to 2. November 10th is a new one that we just put on. So Scott's aware of that. So that's 12 to 2 as well. And November 21st. So you have 3 dates coming up in November that you can absolutely share and have people attend the 2-hour events. Then the Business Mastery, as many of you probably already know, is January 24th to the 26th in Dallas. We're in Vancouver, we're in Calgary, Alberta, Toronto, Ontario, and now Dallas. So if you have people that maybe are really close to Toronto, they're welcome to attend the Toronto events. Now, I'm just going to give you an idea who our avatar is, and it's probably very similar to a lot of your own avatar, perhaps. So the Make Your Mark avatar. So avatar is committed to their success. Here's one thing we know. When people implement what we educate them, that is when they grow their business. We talk about interested in business, or are you committed to your business all the time? There is hands down success that people just exponentially grow when they are committed to their business. Now, disposable income helps. The reason that helps is sometimes when they go through marketing training, they realize there's a lot of things they need to change in their marketing. So they may need to invest in a little bit for their marketing. We age typically 40 to 60. The perfect avatar, we have many that really excel are the ones that have maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or a few team members, staff, employees. We like to call them team. And here's a little insight, power in words. We call them team because team sounds like we're doing something together. When you call someone, oh, that's my staff, for somebody that wants to be a part of the team, it's deflative. It's like, oh, staff, I'm just your employee. Okay, well then I'll just work 9 to 5. But when you call people a team, huge difference. So any of you that have a team, you may want to test that out and just feel it out because it makes a big difference. Focused on their business. The more they are focused on their business, the better. They'll grow faster. So that's our avatar. Now, where to find them? They're totally in your community. They're business groups. Many of you might be out networking or belong to business groups, Chamber of Commerce, galas, online networking, associations. If you belong to association, and the avatar would be business owners, charities. A lot of business owners want to give back, so they hang out at charities, franchises, networking, conferences. That just gives you an idea, and I know all of you already know this, that's for sure, where they're all hanging out, because you might be hanging out at the same place. Now, here's a difference on how to be really successful with the Ambassador Program. When you experience Business Mastery, you will see that that event is actually for pretty much anyone. But here's the difference to be successful, why you want business owners attending versus family members. Now, if there's family members that are supporting you in your business, like a spouse or a partner, absolutely they should go. But I'm just going to go through. So here is, let's say you refer 4 people that are not our avatar. This is what you will receive through the Ambassador Program. When you refer 4 that are not avatar, you will get $20 per person. So that's that's $80. So for 4 people that are not our avatar, all you will receive is $80 when they attend the 2-hour event. Now here's the difference when you refer an avatar, meaning entrepreneurial business people or someone thinking about a business even, wanting to get into a business. You refer them, you will still receive the $80 for them attending the 2-hour event. Now typically 1 out of 4 will buy the Elite package. Now that's the average up here in Canada. Down in the States, it might be more, it might be 50-50, who knows what, it'll be interesting to find out what it will be like in Dallas. But let's just say 1 out of 4. So when you get the 4 people that attend the 2-hour event, you will get $80, and then you'll have one of them that will sign up for an Elite package. That will give you $1,432, actually a little bit more because our prices just went up. I just realized, can you make a note for me, Ryan, that I need to change that slide? Our prices went up, so it will be a little bit more than that you would get, probably $1,650 some odd dollars by referring that one person. So you can imagine it's sort of like a number. You know, the more people you refer, the bigger the checks will come to you, and you can use those checks to whatever you want. So 1 Elite student or 4 non-ideal clients. I'm pretty sure that you're all like me. We want people to grow, so the more that you have people that come that are a business, the more they're going to grow. So not only are you going to make income, they're going to thank you for having them being part of the Make Your Mark education. Now, if any of you have not logged into your ambassador account, how you log in is you go to our website and there's a tab that says ambassadors. So you go to mymsuccess.com. That is our website. MYM stands for Make Your Mark. So mymsuccess.com. There'll be a tab that will say ambassadors. You click on the tab that says ambassadors. Then it will show you an area on the screen. Are you already an ambassador? They would log in there. Or if you have not, which I'm pretty sure all of you already have, so you won't need to go to new to the program, you'll click on the already an ambassador. That will take you to a page that says change lives, join our ambassador program. You will receive rewards for it. Your login button will be at the top right in blue. It'll say log in. That is where you log in, which will take you to a page that looks like this. That is my page. Now, I technically cannot be an ambassador, so my numbers will always show 0, just to give you an idea. If you're like, wow, Cheryl, you haven't referred anybody. It's because I technically cannot be an ambassador. So it'll show you how much you earned, how much is sitting in there to wait for approval. You can share on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can email people through this software. Now, I want to give you a little something. Because I've just taken over this whole entire part of Make Your Mark, I am working on this software to increase it, to make it really user-friendly for you. And I realize there's a lot of things in here we have to update. It's not supporting you. So know that I am in the process of working on that. Myself and Ryan are going through everything through here to really, we want to give you a library, basically. We want to give you, we're going to add a tab in there, but we have to create a whole new landing page and a whole bunch of things we have to go through to create a library where it'll be easy for you to pick and choose what you want and how you want to send it out. And then my intention is that you can always change the words to make it sound like it's really coming from you if you want to. But at least it will give you a library of how to, what to, and all that sort of thing. So that is coming, just so that you're aware. And then this is where you can certainly share through all of those platforms, and you can email a group of people, you can email one person, it's up to you. Now, I'm gonna talk about the leverage side of Make Your Mark. The leverage side is where we have a lot of ambassadors that really make really good income coming through this program. So the leverage side is called Heart Connections. And Heart Connections is a way of leverage for you as an ambassador. And this is where you may know associations, conferences, somebody looking for a keynote speaker, a guest speaker, where we can come in and educate their attendees. So all you have to do, really simple, is the introduction, and we take it from there. So we can assist you in how to do the introduction. Best way we have found is email introduction. We have a little paragraph that if you're like, well, what do I say? How do I say it? I can send it to you. Now that we have Scott on board, there's a few things that I'll have to change because I have right now in that paragraph, call-in speaker reel. but now we got to do a few things with Scott. So we're still in the process of all of that. This type of connection has huge financial potential. Most ambassadors really, I find a lot of ambassadors don't do it for the money. They do it for assisting people in their communities, which is fantastic. So when you get the thank yous, it's just going to be, well, you'll know how it feels when you get it. It's pretty incredible. So here is an example of a lady that referred us to a conference that she had only 60 people there, but I'm going to give you an idea how much income she was able to receive from one event by introducing us to one event. So at her particular event, out of the 60 people, 30 of them, so 50% of her attendees, decided to jump on board and attend Business Mastery with us. So basically what happened is some of those bought the Sherpa business package. Now to date, we have paid her already $1,256. She still is, what's about to be paid out is $1,394. And what's unearned means it's sitting in her account until her people attend their seminar is $9,137. So by Joe referring us to one event, the income that she's going to be receiving from that one event is $11,788.83. So this is what I mean by leverage. It's the strength in numbers, if you want to say. When you know of an event that needs somebody to come in and educate, that's where everybody from that event, you will be their ambassador. And I think that's great. Now what Joe does, she has a passion to really support a nonprofit. She just gives the money away. Every time she gets a check, she gives it away. And that is up to you. We just send you the checks and you do with it whatever you would like. Now here's some examples of where we've spoken. I've done quite a few women's events. There's one up in BC and Calgary called Frockalicious. We've spoken in Alberta at a variety of different things. US so far, we've spoken at the Evolutionary Business Council. Colin did the NSA, Global Influence Summit. There are many, many events out there, but this is just giving you an idea of where we've already been. Anything to do with the leverage in the heart connection side, there is an email for that if you want to correspond with that. It's called Heart Connections with an S at mymsuccess.com. So if you have any questions on that, of course, you could always call us, but if it's not at the time where we're able to answer the phone, you can email heartconnections at mymsuccess.com and we can answer any questions about that. Now, the next thing I'm just going to share with you is about volunteering. We call it the gratitude group. And what I find is when people experience business mastery, when you go through it, that's when people go, oh my gosh, I want to come back and volunteer and see it from a different angle and understand how you guys do things at the back end. And, it helps people that do their own events. You will see that we do things quite differently. So any of you that may do your own events, I would encourage you to volunteer at a Business Mastery so that you can learn what we do and how we do it so that you can implement it into your own business. So through that, we do have a point structure that we keep track of because we want to honor people's time and gift them some things as well. So at the 2-hour events, anytime people are volunteering there, every 2-hour event, you get a half a point or half a credit. They're called credits. So when you do 2 2-hour events, you get 1 credit. When you do a full day of volunteering, you get 1 credit. And when you do Business Mastery, you get 3 credits. So what you can earn is our video series. When you get 5 credits, you can earn a video series trade show training. We used to do trade show training all the time. There's a lot of people that are not doing trade shows effectively. So we like to train them on that. And then when there's 10 credits, there's a complimentary 1-day live training of your choice. So you don't have to pay for it. So that's just a little idea on that. Oops. So the emails that you really want to know in the ambassador program is the AMB at MYM Success with any questions that Scott can't handle for you. The leverage is the heart connections. And if you want to volunteer for any events, it's the gratitude group email, which is gratitude at MYM Success. Our toll-free number for our office, if you don't already have it, is 1-844-586-8255. 560-5609. And know that we are on Pacific Standard Time. But you're welcome if you call us after, leave a message, and we'll absolutely answer and call you back. Now, we do have an MYM Ambassador Facebook page. Those of you that are on Facebook, you're welcome to join that. And we have an MYM Gratitude team as well. So what I'd like to do is I am going to open up to any questions. I'm going to unmute from my end for you. Does anybody have any questions that you want to get asked and, at this time? Any questions?
I have a question.
Awesome, Tildy.
So because my work primarily centers on events, or conferences and dealing with women's organizations and stuff, can you dive a little bit deeper as far as how that's been leveraged within the organization by other, because I know you guys have gone and spoken at different women's conferences,
yeah,
and how they're leveraging the MYM partnership that way?
Absolutely. So there's an organization called Mompreneur in Canada that we've done many of their events. So for an example, one of the ladies, her name is Sarah. She does the ones in Toronto, London, Ontario. So she books a date. It's her event, and she asks us to come and speak. So when we speak there, our team, we have logistic forms that we fill out so that we know Sarah is the ambassador for anyone that decides to jump on board to make your mark. So what we usually do for if we're educating, minimum time normally is like 45-minute keynote, then we can do up to 2 hours. And basically what happens is that event replaces the 2-hour event. Tildy, have you been to the 2-hour yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so when you go to the 2-hour, you'll see that at the end of the 2-hour, we offer people to attend Business Mastery.
Right.
And what we do right now is we will sell VIP tickets for $297, and then we gift everyone else a seat, a general seat. Now, the reason we started to gift, to give you a little insight, when Colin wrote his book in 2012, we put Business Mastery tickets in the book. And we used to sell Business Mastery at the 2-hour event. And then we said to ourselves, oh my gosh, we are gifting the tickets in the book. How can we sell it now? It just doesn't feel right. So we struggled with that for a couple of months. We weren't sure what to do. And then we thought, oh my gosh, as simple as it sounds, we said, why don't we gift it at the event? And it's like, oh, what a great idea. And so we did. And what we found is so many people are struggling financially today. They can't even, it's amazing how many people can't afford $297. That at least what we're helping them with is when they can't afford it, we gift it. And now they're learning tools and strategies that they can implement in their life and in their business, that eventually when they make the money, they end up coming right back to us to want to grow more. So what happens when we speak is we at the end, we gift Business Mastery to the audience. And then the entire audience, let's say if it was one of your event, Tildy, just to give you an example, the entire audience, you would be their ambassador. So our system tracks all of those people, what they do. If they go to the 2-hour event, then the system will send you $20 per person. When they go through Business Mastery in the purchase, then the system will track that you are their ambassador and you get the 10%. Does that answer your question, Tildy?
Yeah, and I guess after that, if they buy into any of the programs, then that's also tracked as well.
That's right. It's all tracked. You are attached to them, so it's all tracked.
Okay. So, but like like for us, if we do an event in another city that's not Dallas, then they would have to come to Dallas for those events, correct?
Yes, at this point, yes.
Okay.
Colin just did an event in Indianapolis.
Indianapolis?
Yes, thank you. My tongue doesn't want to go that way. And most of the ladies are flying, and that was a women's event. Okay. That was through a lady by the name of Linda Clemmings. Do you know who she is?
No.
Okay. Well, she does body language. So she brought Colin down to do an event there, and majority of those ladies are flying to Dallas. There was a couple of them that came up to Vancouver because they didn't want to wait till January. So They flew up to Vancouver. They just attended the one last month.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, excellent. Any other questions? Okay, excellent. Well, then I'm just going to end this webinar off by saying, again, thank you so much for being here. And for anyone that's listening to the recording, I want to thank you for listening to the recording. We are here to support you. Again, we love Scott. He is an amazing man, has a huge heart. He spoke up here in Vancouver, and all our students totally fell in love with him. And here's a quote from Colin. The quote is Colin Sprague: "Learning is truly a gift that we should take advantage of every day. It expands our horizons and adds to personal wealth creation." So again, I want to thank you so much for being here, and I trust you all will have a blessed day.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Okay, you bet, Tildy. Thank you.